I finished Waking Gods. I just hit myself in the face. Is everybody with a loud car going for a joyride down my street today? Hey friends, welcome or welcome back. I'm MC. I am a knit and crochet designer from coastal Connecticut, and you can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as Blame the Knots or on my website, blametheknots.com. Also, a quick little note, my neighbor is currently mowing their lawn. They mow, weed whack, and leaf blow about 3 times a week, so it's very hard to find time when they're not making large mechanical noises. They also have super lifted big trucks that make lots of noise too. So it's hard to find a quiet time around here in the summertime when there is yard work going on. So sorry if you can hear squeaks and stuff from their lawnmower. I think they should be done soon, but I just couldn't wait any longer to get started. So let's see, what are we going to talk about today? I think today might be a little bit on the shorter side because I feel like I have made some decent progress on some things, but I don't really feel like I have a ton to show or talk about. I've really just done some big stockinette portions of things. So I'll show off what I've been working on and talk a little bit about what I've been reading, and I think it'll be short and sweet today. So the first thing that I need to talk about, which is one of the most exciting things, is what I'm wearing. And this is my percussion tee from Amanda of Lovely by Lee. And I have shown this before, but I wasn't wearing it. This pattern releases today, the day that this video is going live. So definitely head over to Ravelry or to Amanda's website and get your hands on this pattern. It's fantastic. I am definitely going to be wearing this all summer long. It's so comfy, cozy. It's airy and breezy. It's just the perfect wardrobe staple, especially in this cream color that I made it in. I feel like I can wear it all the time. So some information about what I used and how I made it. I used Premier Yarns Cotton Fair Solids in the colorway Cream, and I used 199 grams. So I just squeaked out the 2 skeins of this that I had. But it worked. I had to take apart my swatch, but it worked. He started the leaf blower. Well, it's slightly more quiet than the lawnmower was. Anyway, for my percussion tee, I knit the size large, which gave me approximately 10 inches of positive ease around the bust. I love the way that this fits. I would happily have more in exactly this fit and style, but I've also seen many of the tester versions that knit theirs with neutral or negative ease, and they look so good. So I really want to make another one of these with a tighter fit. I think it'll be great. That's kind of more my usual style, so I think that will be amazing. And it knit up so fast. I can't wait to get another one of these on the needles. I think it'll just fly by, especially if I'm making an even smaller size. And it'll be wonderful. The only modification that I made is the tighter sleeve and neckline pickup that is suggested in the pattern. There are 2 different options, one for a looser neck and armhole and one for a slightly tighter one. Because I was making mine with such positive ease, I felt that the tighter armhole pickup was just gonna create a better fit for me. So I think I made a good decision and I really love the way that it fits. So yeah, don't forget that the pattern is coming out today, so you can get your hands on it and go give Amanda some love. It's a really great pattern, and clearly I'm a big fan of Amanda's patterns because this test was not even over and I was already signing up for another test knit from Amanda. So speaking of my other test knit from Amanda, this is my Boatside Hooded Tee, and to be completely honest, it's not going to be much to look at because there are ends everywhere, and it's very, very loose and drapey, so it's hard for me to hold up and show you. But basically, I have just today, I finished the shaping for the front neck, so it's going to go like this. And I just basically put my needles back on the stitches for the back panel. I haven't really done anything with that yet, but the back panel will fly by because I honestly feel like I've barely put any time into this and it is already more than halfway done. So the back panel will fly by and then I get to make my first ever hood. I'm also kind of filming a vlog for my making of this. It's almost going so fast that I'm like forgetting to vlog parts of it, or I just feel like I don't have enough content in there because it just goes so fast. So every check-in I'm like, oh, I'm almost done. Oh, done with this part. But yeah, I am going to film a little a vlog for this. I was talking to Kate of One of a Kate, who often does vlogs for test knits and designs, and I just thought that I love to watch those. I think they're so much fun to see the whole process, and Kate was mentioning how much fun it is to make them and how nice it is to have that video to look back on and remember the making process. So I do have, for this Boatside Hooded Tee and for my next project that I'm going to show, I have a vlog in the works for both of those. They're probably going to be pretty short, just because I don't know what I'm doing yet, and I'm also really bad at remembering to stop and record things. But I figured I would give it a try, get them out there, and see what you like, and see how I like making them, and see if it's something that I want to do again moving forward. So yeah, that's something to look forward to. All right, like I said, I am doing a vlog for this test knit as well, and this is actually done. This is my Pillars tank from Claire of Perfectly Knotted. It's hard to see because it's green and I have my green background. But last week when I showed this, I only had about an inch of the ribbing done on the body, and obviously now I am done. I basically knit the ribbing until I ran out of yarn. I have a teensy tiny bit of yarn left. I probably could have gone another maybe 2 rounds, but I just didn't trust it and I figured I would bind off. This is a lovely little V-neck tank. It is a DK weight, but I held fingering weight double. And I used yarn from a local dyer that is no longer dyeing. So you can't get these colors anymore, but it is pretty darn gorgeous, right? So this is all done, although I do have my ends that I need to weave in and I haven't blocked it yet. So that's all that's left. But yeah, so a video coming soon for that one. We'll see. I haven't actually even taken any footage of me wearing it since I bound off. So I have to do that, weave in some ends, do all the little finishing touches, and then we can get that vlog up for you. Okay, the last thing that I have to show is my Seashore Skirt from Brie of the Little Wolf Knits. So I am 99% done with this, I would say. I have bound off. I completed the ruffle at the bottom, which was so many stitches. The only thing I have left to do is I need to make an I-cord drawstring tie for the waist. And then, you know, of course, all the finishing things, weaving in the ends, blocking. I forgot what comes after weaving in the ends. So yeah, last time I was right, where am I? Here. I know it's hard for you to see, but I can tell because I was, oh my gosh, I just lost it already again. There we go. I was right above the short rows that are in the skirt, and I was terrified. I was terrified of how to handle the short rows because I didn't know what I was going to do since I was helically knitting this. I decided, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, there's cat and dog hair all over this thing. I decided for my short rows to go back and forth in the same color. So when you're doing helical knitting, you get micro striping, basically one round of each color. But then when you switch to short rows, you have to go to knitting flat. So you're going back and forth, knit row and purl row. And I wasn't sure if or how I would be able to keep the continuity of those micro stripes that had been coming about because of the helical knitting. So I decided to try stopping the helical knitting and going back and forth in one color and then back and forth in the next and repeating as needed. And I like it. I think it came out just fine. I'll see if I can put it up there for you to see. I don't know if you're even going to be able to tell because it blends in really well. I will put a picture of it if I can remember. I'll put a picture of the short rows a little bit up close so that you can see how it turned out. I am pretty proud of it. I think, oh, maybe you can see, like, if I hold here, you can kind of see like this triangle forming here. We'll see. I will look at this footage later and see if this makes any sense. And if not, I will put in a picture. But yeah, I'm really proud of the way that this turned out. I was really stressed about it for some reason. I just didn't want to like have to go back, take things out. The short rows stressed me out. I'm not good at fixing mistakes in them and I'm not good at picking them up again. So I just like to be really focused and get through the short rows when I'm working on them. I did film myself working through this process. It's not a tutorial in any kind of way. It's really me sitting down with my project and just the camera is on and I'm kind of talking through my thought process and figuring it out and talking through what I'm doing. So I definitely want to check with Bree to make sure that it's okay. I didn't give any parts of the pattern away in the video, but I do still want to respect her work and make sure that it's okay with her. But we'll see. Maybe I will post that. And like I said, it's not a tutorial, but maybe someone somewhere will be working on a helical knitting project one day and be able to use that advice that I came up with. Truly have no idea if there is a proper way to go about short rows in helical knitting, but this is what I came up with. I like it. It worked. It really wasn't too bad. I did break my yarn, but I realized that I probably could have been okay not breaking my yarn and I would have had even less ends to weave in, so I think it worked out pretty good. Hey, editing me coming back real quick because I realized I forgot to say a couple of the yarns that I was using. For my Seashore Skirt, I used 2 sock blanks from Brie of the Little Wolf Knits, and I helically knit them. This is fingering weight, held single, but helically knit. And then for my Boatside Hooded Tee, I am using Lion Brand Touch of Linen, and it's amazing. It's turning out very soft even before blocking, and I can't wait to wear it. Bye. All right, yeah, that is it. The only thing I have left to mention, I'll mention it just really quickly, is my Cherries on Top crop is finished, but it is currently blocking, so I will pop a picture in here. And the only reason that I want to make sure to mention it today is because I will be doing a testing call. I'm not sure if it will be coming the day when this is posted or no. I'll be posting about my percussion tee and celebrating Amanda on the day that this is posted. So probably Saturday, the July 1st, I think, will be when I do a testing call. I really want to get this into testers' hands shortly after the 4th of July holiday. I really want to set it up for a release mid-August. So I want to get this into people's hands as fast as possible. It'll probably be a pretty quick testing call. It's completely made to measure, so it's not like I will be having certain sizes that fill up in the call, but I do think I'm going to be having slightly less people in this test group than I normally do. So yeah, keep an eye on Instagram. If you don't already follow me there, it is Blame the Nuts, just like here. And that's where I usually do most of my announcements for when testing calls will be coming, when the testing call is out in the world, and when it will be closing. I definitely do want a variety of body sizes, shapes, and all that in my testing group. But like I said, I'll probably be keeping it a little bit on the smaller side just for my own management of all of the notes and the people. My past couple tests, I've had really big groups, and while it's so hard for me to turn people away, I just want to include everyone, and if you're excited about my pattern, I want to just give it to you and let you be a part of it. But monetarily, that's not a great idea, but also it's very hard to manage, you know, a 30 plus person testing group, and especially with something that's made to measure and completely there are so many different options for how you can design your own top to make it the way that you want to. I think just having that many people would be a little overwhelming with all of the questions and possibilities that might pop up. So yeah, follow me on Instagram. Let me know if you're interested. And yeah, that'll be coming Saturday. The testing call. The design will be coming in August. All right. So really, I don't have much else to share, but I figured I would talk really quickly about what I have been reading. Grab my books. Okay. So I finished Waking Gods. I just hit myself in the face. I finished Waking Gods by Sylvain Neuvel, which is the second book in the Themis Files, and it was really good. It was really good. I really, really enjoyed it. I would say I probably liked the first book in the series more than book 2, but this was still really good. I wouldn't say that this was anything like a second book syndrome or anything like that. It went in a direction that I was not prepared for, not even close to what I thought was going to happen. Not in a bad way, just different, just totally not what I was expecting. So it also ended on a super, super cliffhanger. So I immediately started the next book. So this is Only Human, also by Sylvain Novelle. And I'm not very far. I'm like 25 pages in. So I really just had to start it so that I could know what was going on. I just needed an answer to that little cliffhanger, and then now I feel like I can step back and enjoy the book now that I have a little bit of an answer of what's going on. This series is definitely very interesting. It's not what I thought it was going to be whatsoever, and I think this author tends to do that. I also read The Test. The Test is a pretty short book. I listened to the audiobook actually by Sylvain Novelle, and it's very good, and he definitely goes in directions that I'm not expecting and keeps me on my toes, and I really, really like it. So I'm excited to finish this book. I have... You got itches? Yeah. She's been pretty good today, but she just woke up out of a deep sleep. Started scratching her leg really bad. Something woke her up. So yeah, I have a 4-day weekend coming up, which is kind of cool. It's nice that my company decided to close down on Monday because of the 4th of July on Tuesday. So I get a nice 4-day weekend. I'm really looking forward to it. I love to take weekends like this and really get a lot of reading done. So I'm looking forward to getting a big chunk of Only Human done. Who knows, maybe I'll even be able to finish it if it ends up being really good and I just can't put it down. I also think I'm probably going to try and pick up a graphic novel of some sort, something like that. Usually on long weekends, I love to read something that I can kind of get that instant gratification feeling from. So I like to pick up little novellas or graphic novels or something nice and short and sweet. So I feel like I can say like, oh, I just finished and started this weekend. Other than that, I have been continuing to work in my closet and in my yarn closet, and both are just about done. I have some storage bins that I want to use to organize things, and those are in the mail coming to me. And then once they get here and I plop the stuff in that needs to go in them, I will be able to get those videos out for you to take a look at. The only thing I'm not sure of for my clothes closet and all my handmade items is I don't know if I should, in the same video, go through redoing the closet and my handmade items, or if I should do those in 2 separate videos. I feel like one video would be too much, but then I also don't know if the reorganization video really is enough for one video. So yeah, if you have any feelings on that, let me know. We'll see. I'll probably finish up the closets this weekend, and then I'll be able to take a look at the footage that I have and see how much we're working with. I have not filmed anything of my handmade items because I know that that's going to be a really long process for me, especially if I'm gonna have to try them on to show them off. I haven't made a decision about that yet, but I know that it's gonna be like a multi-day process for me because it's just too hard for me to do all of that in one go. So yeah, that's just about it. I have been feeling really inspired lately. I have a lot of ideas that have been on deck waiting for me to be able to work on them, and then I also have a lot of new ideas that have popped into my head in the past week or so, and so I'm just feeling really inspired, also a little bit overwhelmed. I have too many ideas and I don't know which ones to start first. It gets so hard at this time of year because I really want to still be working on and designing summery things, but I also feel like by the time I finish making them and get them tested and get them out into the world, no one's going to be able to wear them anymore, or at least people in the Northern Hemisphere, which is where I am. So I don't know. I also don't really have many fall or winter design things that I want to do. It's just not my style, to be honest. I feel like although I live in a wintry place, I don't like sleeves. I don't like making sleeves. I don't like wearing sleeves. So I feel like items with sleeves are going to be kind of few and far between in my design library. We'll see. If you have any opinions on things that you'd like to see, things that you're tired of, let me know. I have ideas for things from shawls to tanks to tees to cardigans. Just not like a regular long sleeve shirt or sweater. I don't have any of those. I did just come up with this idea for, I don't even want to say it. Never mind. I'm not telling. But yeah, I have a lot of ideas. I have a lot of ideas and I don't know what to do with them. I don't know what to do first. I don't know what's the most important. I don't know when I'm going to fit all of this in because I work a full-time job. But yeah, I'm really excited about all of them. So we'll see how much knitting and crocheting I can do this weekend. So yeah, that's it. I just want to give a little special shout out to my pup because she did a very good job today. She really didn't bother me very much at all. We only had a little bit at the beginning and then one little scratch session in the middle. She's a good girl. She tries, even though she's a silly one. All right, I will see you next time. Hopefully I'll have a ton for you to take a look at. I'm actually not sure if I'm going to be able to film next week because of the holiday and the weird schedule. I just don't know if I'm gonna have quiet time to be able to film, but we'll see. And if not, I will post one of the other videos that I've been working on next week, and then I will be back to talk to you the week after that with a ton, because 2 weeks of knitting will be plenty for me to show you. So yeah, that's it. I will see you next time. Take care of you and have a good one. Bye. We will wait for him to go away. Mr. Lawnmower Man, please go away. Mr. Lawnmower Man. Please go away, Mr. Lawnmower. I tell my husband all the time that I'm really good at composing songs. I should do it professionally. See, a knit.